Welcome to another edition of the Recruiting Scoop. I'm Jarret Johnson, and in this edition, we're talking about the addition of quarterback transfer Henry Colombi from Utah State. Now, obviously, coming from Utah State, he's a familiar face to the Red Raider coaches, as Coach David Yost, the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, and head coach Matt Wells and company all recruited him to Utah State out there in Logan a couple years ago, out of Florida, actually. And Colombi's a 6'2", 205-pound dual-threat quarterback. He was actually rated as a 3-star pro-style quarterback coming out of high school there in Florida. But, I mean, you look at his film and his stats at Utah State. You know, he spent the last 2 years backing up Jordan Love, who, of course, was just drafted in the first round of the last draft by the Green Bay Packers. But you look at Colombi, stats and his film from Utah State, and the guy's a dual threat. I mean, he's run for over 100 yards and a couple of touchdowns, thrown for another 450 or so, and a touchdown or a couple of touchdowns. So, I mean, he has some things on film that show you that he's a guy who, he has a good arm. Obviously, he's familiar with the system, but he can run. So the whole playbook's open for a guy like Colombi. So, obviously, it's a big pickup for that. The guy can hit the field, running, so to speak, in terms of knowing the playbook and the offense and what Coach Yost and Coach Wells want. But also, look, Tech needed the depth. They need help there in the quarterback room. An experienced Division I quarterback is exactly what the doctor ordered, and especially if he's able to be eligible immediately. Now, Colombi's already redshirted. He's not a grad transfer. He has 2 years of eligibility remaining. He told me in an interview, which you could read on Inside the Red Raiders, that he is applying for a waiver. He hopes to get it. And if so, then he'll have next season and the year after. If not, then he'll have to sit next year, and that will cost him a year of eligibility. He'll have one remaining, in the 2021-22 season. So it's a big deal if he gets that waiver or not. And I spoke about the depth, mentioned the lack thereof in terms of experience depth. I like some of the arms, some of the guys they have in that quarterback room, but you have Alan Bowman, who he's put up some numbers in the past, but he's also been hurt. 3 serious injuries, two really, but 2 to the same organ, the collapsed lung twice in the same season. And then last season, the shoulder injury, which cost him most of the year. Just 3 games in. So, there's injury concerns with Bowman, of course. And then Maverick McIver, redshirt freshman, highly rated guy. But then again, he hasn't played, competitive ball in years. I mean, he missed most of his senior year at San Angelo Central with a really bad knee injury. And then last year, he missed a lot with a foot injury. I believe it was a non-contact foot injury in a scrimmage. So, both these guys are... Alan Bowman, I would say, is experienced, but you get the injury concerns, and Maverick McIver is not experienced, and there's injury concerns, but talented. And then you have the true freshman, Donovan Smith, the coach's son, DeAndre Smith, the running back coach, his son, who started Friendship. I saw him play a couple games last year. Tremendous talent, legit 6'4", huge arm. I mean, he has the strongest arm on the team. Maverick has a really strong arm too, but Donovan Smith, really impressed me with his arm strength. He's not really doesn't really have blazing speed, but he's fast enough to get to the edge, even against D1 talent, and he's very elusive, very athletic. So I like Donovan Smith's future, but he's a true freshman, so we're going to have to see. I think Henry Colombi if he's eligible, can kind of bridge the gap there, and maybe, get you a win or two there this upcoming season if he's eligible. So big pickup for the Red Raiders. I'm excited that Colombi could get an opportunity to reunite with the guys who originally recruited him, and I think it was it was definitely a need. I think it was a perfect fit at the perfect time for the Red Raiders. So with that, I want to say thank you for watching, and until next time.